Observe very carefully. As we know that electronic configuration means simply we can say arrangement of electrons in cells. Is it yes or no, guys? Arrangement of electrons in energy levels or cells is only called as electronic configuration. So now how to arrange these electrons, how to find the valency, that is what we will study from this. So observe very carefully these electronic configuration. Basically, for the first 18 elements, it is very easy. So as we know, for example, if we consider aluminium, as we know, the atomic number of aluminium is equals to Z, that is Z is equals to 13. So as we know, cells we used to start from where? KLM. So it will start from 2, 8, 3. So we can say this is what the last cell or outermost cell of aluminium. So this is only we can say valency. Is it yes or no, guys? Please respond. Yes, so that is so. Last class I already taught you. So the number of cells for each atom is not constant. So the number of the number of cells for each atom may varies depend upon its atomic number. So whatever the cell which is present at last, we used to call it as what, guys? Last is called as outermost cell, or we can say valence cell. Is it yes or no? Valence cell we used to call it as. Yes, guys. So now the electrons which are present in this valence cell, what we used to call it? Valence electrons. We used to valence electrons we used to call it as. Now, also I told you in last class, if any kind of atom having only single cell, that is what K shell, the K shell itself the outermost cell, then what is the maximum number of electrons we can fill, guys? The maximum electrons is 2. That is what we used to call it as duplet rule. What is that? Duplet rule. More than one shell is present, then whatever the shell it is present, it may be present L shell or M shell or N shell or O shell or P shell, doesn't matter. It may be the real capacity is different. Real capacity we can find with the formula of what? 2n square. Yes or no? 2n square. But the maximum number of electrons which we can fill in outermost shell is how many? The maximum number of electrons which we can fill outermost is 8 electrons. So more than 8, it is not possible to fill. That is what this is only ways to call as octave. So for finding the combining capacity means how many electrons it can donate or how many electrons it can gain. That is what we used to call as combining capacity. So means how many other atoms it can combine or not, we can find with the help of these electronic configuration only. That is what we used to call as valency. First, let us study what is valency. Later we can study the what is electronic configuration after 18th element. So valency means in the sense of what, guys? Combining capacity of an element. Understanding? Combining capacity of an element is only called as valency. So what is this combining capacity? For example, if we take hydrogen. So what is the hydrogen number of electrons, guys? It is having only one proton and one electron. Is it no? So it is having only one shell. What is this shell called as? K shell. So now K shell. You can see if it wants to become stable in nature, the two possibilities basically. Hydrogen, by removing this electron, only it will turn into completely positive nucleus. So it is also possibility by removing one electron. Or else if you gain one electron, what will happen, guys? It will become stable in nature. It will acquire, say, a stable electronic gas. What is that electronic gas? Stable electronic configuration. It will acquire, say, helium electronic configuration, so that it will become stable in nature. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? Please respond. Because it is a single cell, that is what we used to call as K shell. So either it can donate one electron and turns into completely positive charge, and it may become stable in nature, or else by gain one electron, it will satisfy the rule called as which rule, guys? A duplet rule. It will become stable in nature. That is. So now if you notice it, so that we can say hydrogen valency is either +1 or we can say hydrogen valency is -1. So this is the only element which will source either plus or minus. Is it okay, guys? Please respond. Now, for example, if we'll take magnesium. So what is the magnesium atomic number? Anybody, please? Darun? Tamil
12,
Selvan,
sir.
atomic number of
12.
magnesium. Magnesium is, it is, or
12.
12. It is. Is it yes, guys? So magnesium 12 means if we'll take, so what is happening? It is used to get the number of electronic configuration. You can write K and L. You can take K shell is 2, L shell is 8, and next one M shell is again 2. So now outermost cell is called as valency cell. Now you can see valency cell, what I said, more than K shell, how many electrons it should be? It should be must
8
have
electrons.
8 electrons. So if we take here 8 minus 2, required electrons is how many, Elmokel? Required electrons is 6. So now you tell me, losing 2 electrons is easy or gaining 6 electrons is easy?
Losing 2 electrons.
Losing 2 electrons.
Losing 2 electrons is
Gaining 6 electrons to magnesium. So that is why magnesium can lose 2 electrons, means it is ready to donate, combining 2 electrons to another one, and it will lose its 2 electrons and it will turn into the magnesium ion. That is what 2,8. So magnesium ion, who is the valency cell? Magnesium ion. It is losing 2 electrons, so that it will turn into Mg2 plus. So it is losing 2 electrons. So in magnesium ion, so L is the valency cell, and it is having how many electrons, guys?
8 electrons.
8 electrons. So that it will become what?
Stable.
In nature. Do
Stable.
you understand, Devarshini? Mahalakshmi? Shruti?
yes, sir.
That is how to remember it. So like this only we used to find. So this is what the combining capacity. So we can say what is the combining capacity of magnesium? Combining capacity of magnesium is
2.
2. Understanding. So it can donate 2 electrons. For example, if we take chlorine. So what is the atomic number of chlorine? You can check it. Chlorine atom 7. Understand? So if we'll write the electronic configuration KLM. So what will come, guys? 2, 8, 7.
8, 7.
So now you can see. So 8 minus 7, which is only required how many electrons, guys? 1 electron.
One.
You tell me, gaining 1 electron is easy or losing 7 electrons is easy?
1 electron, sir.
Gaining 1 electron is easy, because so many are there who will donate 1 electron. So that's all. What happened to Pradosra today? Pradosh is not there. Adarsh and Alana, Laksha is there, correct? What is Aswita? Manya and Samyak. Inform Aswita to join. Next, you can see. So now what will happen, guys? Chlorine atom, chlorine ion, when it will turns, so it will gain 1 electron. So the number of electrons will turns into what? Atomic number is same. But number of protons are same. But electrons, how many? 1 electron will increases. So it will turns into what, guys? 2, 8, 8. You can see the sodium atom, chlorine ion is having 8 electrons in its outermost cell. But here the number of cells is not varying. Have you noticed it? Magnesium, one cell is decreases when it will turns into ion. But in chlorine, what is happening? Number of cells is not decreasing. Have you understand, Darun? Please respond. Shakti, Sai, that is. So that is what it is. When they are gaining the electrons, number of cells won't be decreases. This is the new point which nobody will teach you till now. Remember, by losing electrons, number of cells, one cell will decreases. By gaining electron, no change in their number of cells. Understand, Maitreyan? Very important point. Understand? So by losing electron, you can check anything. You can check anything. For example, you can check lithium. So what is the lithium atomic number? 3. So we can say 2, 1. So losing 1 electron is easy, and instead of gaining 7 electron. So this is what the lithium structure. Is it yes or no, guys? So 2 electrons and 1 electron. So this cell will be removed completely. So now lithium ion, it will turns into what? Li plus 1. So lithium ion structure is only this one. So it is having single cell. So one cell is decreases or not? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Remember, whenever it is donating electrons, then ion, atom to ion, how many cells will decreases? One cell will decreases. Understanding? But in gaining electrons, no change in number of cells, only electrons will increases. Is it okay, guys? Please respond. Everybody. So now,
Sir.
Sir.
very carefully, but if the valency electrons is 1, it will be donor. 2, it will be donor. 3, it will be donor. 4, neither donor nor receiver. It is will start sharing electrons. Do you understand, everybody? So till 1 to 3, donating electrons. Please remember, so that one shell will decreases. What will happen? Shell count decreases. Understand, everyone? So how many cells will decreases? Only single cell. Now 4 means no change in the cells. They will share the electrons. No change in cells. Okay. Now after that, 5 electrons is there, 6 electrons is there, 7 electrons is there in valency cell. What will happen, guys? They will start receiving electrons. Understand, Ra? Receiving electrons. So if 5 electrons are there, how many electrons it will receive? Anybody? 5 electrons. How many it will receive? 3.
3 electrons.
What we can say valency is -3. If 6 are there, how many it will receive? 2 it will receive. -2 is the valency. If 7 are there, how many is the valency? 1 is
1.
so that -1 is the valency. If 8 are there, then what is happening? No change.
0, sir.
0 is the valency. What is the valency?
0.
Valency. Now only 1 is there, donating 1. So valency is what? +1.
+1.
2 is there, donating 2.
+2.
+2. Only 3 is there, donating is 3.
+3.
+3. Is it okay, guys? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Around? So the valency will vary with, how the valence will vary? +1, +2, +3, and 4. 4 is nothing, neither positive, neither negative, neither nor positive or negative, because 4 valency it will share. And the next one, -3, -2, -1, and 0. This is what, how the valency will increases and as well as decreases. Clear, guys? Everybody, any doubt? But till 3, what is happening, guys? One shell count is decreases. Compared to the atom to ion, one shell count is decreases. Is it okay, everybody? So every atom to ion, when it is transforming, one shell is decreases. Is it okay, everyone? One cell is decreases. This is the new thing which you need to observe. Is it okay? Because they will ask you to draw the formation of class 10th. They will ask you to draw the structure of, for example, sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is formed by what, guys? Anybody can answer? Sai?
Sodium and chlorine, sir.
So sodium +1 means it will donate 1 electron, and chlorine -1. It will receive 1 more electron. Correct or not? So now here, sodium atom to sodium ion, one cell will decrease or increases or
Decreases.
decreases. Chlorine. Understand? Yes, understand? Sai? So like that, while you are drawing the structure, we have to be a little bit more careful about it. Understand, Shruti? Please respond. Manya and Samya. So then only it is correct structure. But so many will commit that mistake. So be very careful while you are doing that. That is a structure of any kind of compounds. That is what we used to say, ionic compounds we can say. So the compounds which is formed by donating and receiving electrons, only we used to call it as ionic compounds. Understand? Second chapter I taught you. And by sharing electrons, we used to call it as some other name. What is that? Anybody can say? By receiving, we can say ionic compounds. By sharing, what we used to call? Devarsini? It is
covalent compound.
Covalent compounds. Understand? So these covalent compounds are much weaker than ionic compounds. Ionic compounds, very strongly the bonds will be. Covalent compounds is not that much strong. That is what you have to understand. So are you clear with this concept? Please respond me. Everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by valency?
Yes, sir.
Valency means what? Valency is the
Combining capacity of an element.
So how to find this valency? One is, if it is having only one shell, we will compare with Duplet rule we used to compare. Understanding? If it is having more than one shell, we will compare with what? We'll compare octave rule. And this octave rule, how will you find the valency? 8 minus number of valence electrons. Understanding? Number of valence electron. So
Valence
suppose if it
electron.
is 8 minus 7, then valency is minus 1. If 8 minus 6, valency is minus 2. If
Minus
8 minus 5, valency is minus 3. If 8 minus 4, valency is what? Plus or minus 4. If 8 minus 5, valency is what, guys? Sorry, 8 minus 3. 8 minus 3, valency is what? Plus 3. Sir, 8 minus 3 plus 5, correct, sir? Don't say. Did you understand what I'm saying? 8 minus 3 plus 3 is the valency. Next, 8 minus 2, what is the valency? Plus 2 is the valency. 8 minus 1, what is the valency? Plus 2 is the valency. Next, 8 minus 8, what is the valency? 0. So be very careful. Sir, you don't know minus, some people may ask. Shakti, are you understand Shakti, this one? Monish?
Yes, sir.
So I'm not doing the subtraction here. So I'm teaching you the valency. How you can take positive valency and how you take negative valency. This is what I'm constructing. Is it okay? Girls? Completed? Those who learned, you can make it. What happened to Prados day today? Prados, is any problem? Mukesh Gardik, I understand this one. Okay. So that is, please write it. Valency. A combining capacity of an element. A combining capacity of an element is known as valency. A combining capacity of an element is called valency. What do you mean by valence electrons, guys? I'm not asking valency. Valence electrons. What do you mean by valence electrons?
The electron present in the outermost
cell. Understanding? The electrons present in outermost cell is only called as what, guys? Is only called as valence electron. Be careful. Valency is different and valence electrons is different. Is it yes or no? That is you have to remember. So next, valence electrons. So who will take part in the reaction? Anybody can anybody say who will involve in the chemical reaction?
Valence electrons.
Chemical reaction, guys.
Valence electrons.
Not electrons. Which electrons? That is also. That is I am asking.
Valence electrons.
Valence electrons.
Only valence electrons. Understand? So the electrons which is present in the valence cell or outermost cell, these electrons only will involve. Understanding? Will involve in what? Any chemical reaction. Do you understand, everybody? Will involve in any chemical reaction. That is what. So the electrons which are present in valence cell only, they will take part of any chemical reaction. Is it okay? That is what you have to remember. Yeah, Monish, what happened to Prados Ra today? He's forgot, I think. Okay. So this is what.
Sir, he is not picking up the call, sir.
So okay, no issues. Please write it. Have you written valence electrons?
Yes.
So what is valence electrons? The outermost electrons which are present in valency cell is only called as valency electrons. So who will involve in chemical reaction, guys?
Valence electrons.
Valence electrons only will involve in chemical reaction. So how to find valency? How to find valency? Valency we used to find by either octave rule or we used to use what? Duplet rule. So when we use duplet rule, only if it is having single shell, then we will use duplet rule. That is also applicable only for helium, lithium only. So after that, you can see, then after very few elements only it will be useful. After that, we will immediately shift to which rule, guys? Duplet rule will shift. Sorry, octave rule we used to shift it. That is what you have to remember. Clear, everyone? So now, if you'll understand this, then we'll move a little bit further. So for example, if you'll observe noble gases. So yesterday I said, what is the noble gases? Anybody can say? What is the noble gases?
Helium, neon, argon,
krypton, xenon, and radon. Everybody should say, what is that? Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. These are called as what? Noble gases. So in this, except one element, remaining all are having 8 electrons in its valence shell. So what is that? That is called as
helium.
So all of you
helium.
Column, you might understand. This is what the electronic configuration of noble gases. So what is the valency of helium? 0. Valency of neon? 0. Valency of argon 0, valency of krypton 0, valency of xenon 0, valency of radon also 0. So valency is 0 because they are inactive gases. They are already stomach is filled. They don't want to do again any chemical reaction. Their stomach is already overloaded. They will never involve in any chemical reaction. That is why these are called as zero valency elements, noble gases, inert gases, stable gases, unreactive gases. All are this only. So here, except helium, if you notice it, except helium, remaining all the elements is having valency cell. How many electrons? You can check it. How many electrons, guys?
8 electrons.
8 electrons.
So why it is having 8 electrons? Because all are inert gases. Understand, everybody? So every atom, if it is acquires 8 electrons in its outermost cell, then it will become stable in nature, because that is the maximum capacity which we can fill in the outermost cell. Is it okay, guys? Whatever the cell it is, the outermost cell, maximum they can fill 8 electrons. Is it okay, guys? Everyone? So this is what noble gases. You can see helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. Everybody should remember that names and as well as symbols. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. So class 10 we will study these. They have been placed at the periodic table at the 18th group. Understand? So the last group of periodic table is only called as noble gases, or we can say 18th group, where it has been placed in the inert gases. Is it okay, everyone? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So please learn these inert gases also. It will be useful for us. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Completed? You can draw the structures also, electronic configuration also. You can see how it is increasing. As I told you, electronic configuration will repeat after 32. Have you noticed it? 2, 8, 18, 32, again 18, 8 it is coming. So after further also it will repeat it. So it will follow the 2n square principle. 2, 2, 8, 2, 8, 8, 2, 8, 18, 8, 2, 8, 18, 18, 8. Next one, 2, 8, 18, 32, 18, 8. So now this is what, so after this we will follow this above principle. That is what we will study now. Okay. So everybody please get ready. So this is what, if you'll complete this, then we'll proceed with the above principle. So that is the most important one which you need to follow. Very, very important. Shall we start, guys?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Observe very carefully, and if you have any doubt, kindly you have to ask me. Now, I'm going to introduce the buses now. So as we know, let me take, guys, first of all, center of the thing. What is this called as, guys? We used to call it as nucleons, which is present both protons and as well as neutrons. That is only we used to call it as nucleons. So now what is the first cell which is present very closest to the nucleus? That is only called as K shell. That is the innermost cell we used to call it as. Yes or no? Please respond. So now the next cell is called as L cell, K, L, M cell. Next one is what? Next one is called F cell, K, L, M, N, and O and P. So let me imagine this is a K shell. Next one is L cell. Next one is M cell. Next one is what, guys? K, L, M, N. Okay. So now observe very carefully here. Now, basically, what is the capacity of K shell? Everybody should say K shell is equals to what? K is equals to 1, which is equals to 2n square, which is equals to 2. Others, what is happening? Next, L shell, what it is capacity? L is equals to 2, equals to 2 into 2 square.
2 into 2 square.
M, which is equals to what?
M is equal to 18.
Is equals to 2 into 3 square, which is equals to how much? 18.
18.
22. Next to 50, 72. Purima?
72.
No, please. Now, here, K shell, basically when we are representing in above 20, then let us consider it is having a small bus. It is only called as S bus. So what is that bus name called as? S bus.
Yes.
So now S bus is having only single seat. How many seats is having? Sai? It is having single seat.
Single seat.
So maximum number of persons can sit is 2 persons. Is it okay, everybody? Will you understand, everyone?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Now it is present in first cell. So that is why this I can call it as oneness. What I can call, guys? Oneness. Understanding? So next, this is second one, this is third one, this is fourth one. Now, second cell, how many maximum number of electrons? Shruti, Manya and Samaya, everybody please respond. Second one, what is the maximum number of electrons? 8 electrons. So it is having 2 buses. One is S bus. Remember, the lowest energy bus is S bus. What is the lowest energy bus? Yes.
Yes,
Understanding
sir.
always. So now S bus, and the next one is called as P bus. What is the next one, Ra? P bus. So S bus, how many seats having? I said S bus, how many seats? One seat. One seat can sit 2 persons. Purima. So single seat, maximum number of persons can sit how many? 2 persons can sit. Okay, guys. Respond. So now this is another one.
Yes, sir.
Second cell is having 2 buses. So this bus name is S bus, and another bus name is called as, what is that bus name?
T.
Bus name.
T.
Okay. So now this is what cell, guys? What is the cell number?
2.
Cell number, what it is? 2.
L cell.
This is called as what? 2s we can say. What we used to call? 2s we can say. And this is called as what? Anybody? 2p.
2p. 2p.
Possible to 1p? Is it possible for 1p?
No, sir.
No 1p is present because p will start from second only. So p only. So now see, remember, S seat is having only single seat. So 2 persons can sit. Now P bus is having 3 seats. So how many persons can sit, guys? How many persons can sit?
6 persons.
6 persons, sir.
So this is what 6 persons can sit. Is it okay, everybody? So now 2 plus 6, how much? Total is equals to 8. Have you got?
8.
Have you got?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, everybody. So this is what we can say: 2s and 2p. Any doubt, Maitrayan? Darun?
No doubt, sir.
Now, third shell. What is the third shell? Third shell is called as M shell. M shell, correct. So now M shell is having how many buses? By this time you might be guess it. How many buses it is having? 3 buses it is having. How many buses? 3 buses it is having. So first bus is called as, name it. Yourself you have to name it.
Yes, bus.
Say.
Yes.
Next one is called as what?
3p.
3p we can say.
3P.
And next bus is called as 3D.
3D.
Bus. What is the bus called as? 3D bus.
3D.
Now, as I said, first bus, yes bus, how many seats, guys? How many seats?
1 seat.
1 seat. 2 persons can sit. And the B bus, how many can sit? 3 seats
3
are there.
3.
So that how many persons can sit?
6 persons.
6 persons.
Can sit. And B bus is having 5 seats. So that how many persons can sit?
10
5
persons.
10 persons.
2, 3, 4, and 5. So that how many persons can sit, Rasai?
10 persons.
10 persons.
So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So 1, 2. So like that 1 and 2. So now what is the name of this bus? 3S. This bus? 3P.
3P.
And this bus? 3D.
3D.
Is it possible to get 1D and 2D? Anybody? Is it possible
No,
to
sir.
get 1D and 2D? Manya and Samya?
No, sir.
Not understanding, ask me. Darun, you also, I am teaching slowly only. Are you able to understand me? Please respond. That is 3D. So now, this is what we can say. Now, how many electrons? 2 electrons plus 6 electrons plus 10 electrons. Total how many maximum number? 8.
18.
Sir,
Have you got the 18? Have you got the 18?
Yes, sir.
Please respond. Yes?
Yes, sir.
So next bus. What is the next bus? M cell is over. KLMN. Understanding? So now remember, till now, whatever the elements is existed, all 118 elements will satisfy maximum N shell only. N and P shell. Understand, Ra? Elmokil?
Yes, sir.
It is satisfying by after F bus. Till now, no bus is coming till now because the elements which is existed after F bus, it is over. Already electrons are filling. Is it okay? Everybody? In future, it may be fine. We'll go with another bus. So N cell is having 4 buses. What is that bus? Anybody can say? 4S, 4p,
4p,
4d,
4d,
4.
4f.
What is that?
4F.
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 So
Yes,
4f,
sir.
4p, 4d,
4P.
4.
4F.
Okay, guys. Now first bus, how many electrons? How many seats?
2,
Two
1
seats.
seat, 2 electrons.
Now second bus, 4p, how many seats? 3 seats.
3 seats, 6 members.
Sir, six.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Five.
Okay, next. 4f, how many?
10.
7, sir. 7.
It is
7.
added. How many? 3,
7.
4, 5, and 6 and 7. Is it okay, guys? So how many
Yes,
electrons?
sir.
2 electrons. 2 electrons and 2 electrons. Here also 2 electrons, 2 electrons, 2 electrons, 2 electrons. Here also 2 electrons, 2 electrons, and 2 electrons, 2 electrons. So here also 2 electrons. So here also how many, guys? 2 electrons, 2 electrons, 2 electrons, 2 electrons, and 2 electrons, 2 electrons, and finally 2 electrons. So totally how many? 14.
14. 14.
Plus 6 plus 2. So add this all, how much it is coming? It is equals to
32.
32. Is it coming, Jayvarshini?
Yes,
Mahalakshmi?
sir.
Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir.
Arun, at least say yes. Tamil Selvan is not there in meeting. You can speak correct. Have you understood or not? That is you have to remember. Clear, everybody? So this is what we used to call as SPDF method. So arrangement of electrons according to this is only called as Aufbau principle. What we used to call?
Aufbau principle.
So now, understanding. So now here you remember, after 20, we have to follow this method. Is it okay, guys? Understood,
Yes, sir.
everyone? So now, here also I want to say you one more interesting fact. For example, let me take, after certain elements, again for finding valency, sir, again Reddy sir taught wrong, you might be thinking. So here, after heavy elements, means lighter elements, no problem. Till where? Till 20, no problem. Understand, Elamukil, what I am saying? So after
sir.
20, if you are following the D bus and the F bus, remember, for example, F bus, how many seats are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me take this is D bus. Is it okay? Now, suppose you 5 members I allowed. Let me take Maunis, Darun, Yalamukil, and Sai, and as well as Maitreyan. You people don't have any friendship and all. I will ask you to enter into the bus. So which seat you people will occupy first? Anybody? Which seat will occupy? Everybody, is it possible? You people will prefer to sit together, or window side only will people will sit? Bus,
Window
normal
side.
bus.
Window side.
First,
Window side.
you people will occupy, only 5 seats are there. So 5 people, you people will prefer the window seat only. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is will follow for heavy elements. So heavy elements, first of all, electrons will occupy. First point, lighter energy buses. Which buses they will occupy first? Light energy bus, means less energy buses they will occupy. And the second case, they will occupy first window seat. Which seat they will occupy? Window seat they will occupy. Okay, now I am sending remaining persons, Shakti, understanding, Mukesh, Karthik, and other who are and all there, as Mahalakshmi, Laksha, everybody. Now then what is the possibilities for them? No possibilities. They have to sit behind them only. Yes or no, guys? Yes,
Yes,
or
sir.
no? So this is what it is. So once it is loaded with the window side, then only it is not possible to occupy by the second side. Is it okay, guys? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, understand or not? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is what you have to follow once it will come to the heavy metals or heavy elements while you are writing the electronic configuration. So this is only ways to call it as Aufbau principle. Now you have to remember, otherwise you people need to tell me the number of buses. So first cell having what is the bus name called as 1s, correct?
Nice.
Second bus, second cell 2s and 2p. Third cell
2s,
3p,
2s,
3d. Fourth cell what? Fourth cell 4s, 4p, 4d,
4D, 4D,
4F.
4F.
okay? So now next fifth cell 5s, 5p, 5d, 5f, and etc. Okay. Now all write it in a single page. Everybody, otherwise write it along with me. You have to write it. I am writing first 1s. What I am writing? 1s. So 1s after who will come, guys? 2x, 2s, next one what? 2p. Next, everybody write it. 3s,
3p.
3p, write it fast. And 4d not, I'm writing 4d. What is that? 3d.
3d.
3d. Jayvarsini, are you understand Jayvarsini? Shruti, next. What will come next? Tell me, 4s, 4p, 4d, and
4D.
4f. Okay. Next, after f bus, till now we are not finding any bus because no atom is having more than that f bus. So next, 5s, what will come? 5s, 5p,
5p.
5d, and 5f,
5.
and after that it will be there. But we don't have any use of that because till now no element is there. Next, what will come? 6s, 6p, 6d, and 6f. Same way, right? Till 7s, 7p, 7d, and 7f. Till here, write it, everybody. And meeting is going to end. Join back. It is only we are going to follow now. Very important one. That is only we used to call it as off-bow principle. What we used to call? Off-bow. Okay. Now write it. So this is what it is. You have to write this structure, then only I will explain. So the name of this off-bow principle, AUF BAU, off-bow. AUF